Hey, what's going on, everyone? Good morning, and welcome to another episode of Caffeine Crypto. I am Serpent Tech or Vega, whichever you want to call me, where we go over this live stream, for lack of, can't talk today, I need more coffee, is a show where I go over some crypto news for the past week and welcome you to join me with your favorite caffeinated beverage of choice, coffee, energy drink, whatever it might be. So thank you for stopping by. Make sure to smash that like button. And a huge thanks to Crypto Miner Bros for sponsoring today's live stream. Now, market's doing pretty good. You know, we were over 66K when I obviously published a video because that was the title. And now we have slipped down a little bit, but it's healthy, right? It's a healthy slip. And September's starting to look like a more greener month than it normally is. Usually it's a red month right after August, but every now and then we get a green month. So here we are. And it's positive momentum, slowly rise up, chip away bit by bit, moving towards a new all-time high would be the anticipation or the expectation. But as always in crypto, all your joy can be crushed in one fell swoop. A huge thank you real quick to everybody that's already in here. We got Son of Rat, I can't even say that. You know that, but it's basically Rabid Panda, but changed their name. Pellish, Era 252, hey, I'm finally getting a chance to catch one live. Thank you for joining, Era 252. And Rudd Puts, thank you also for everybody that checked on me during the storm. We did have Hurricane Helene come through. The West Coast took the most of it. East Coast, wind, some damage, some power outages, a little bit of flooding, but nothing compared to much of my neighbors, Florida men and women throughout the state. So prayers and thoughts and positivity for all of you. We're blessed to be okay. Thank you, though, for your well wishes. So as we're looking at the charts here, we're on the daily, and you can see we had multiple green days since our last stream, right? So our last stream was on Saturday, the 21st of September, and you can see here this green candle starting on the 17th, right? So that was almost 2 weeks ago, or excuse me, a week and some change ago. And we've been steady green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steady candles of green on the daily. Red, green, red, green, green, red. So I think we're going to pull back just a hair. We might fall back down to maybe the low 65K, high 64K. And then as the week comes in, we might go ahead and push up. And you can see now we're above 2 legacy lines, right? So this yellow line here and this purple line are 2 legacy lines that I've been monitoring for a while, and they turned into resistance. You can see back here they were resistance, right? They were support holding us up, and then we fell below it, turned into resistance, fell even further down, came back up, and was able to punch right through, fell right back below it, but then punched right back through again. So the market is a little bit more positive now, right? Over the past few months, it's been a whole bunch of negativity and things are looking good. If we switch over to the monthly, you can see, again, that legacy line that I was talking about, right? We're kind of above both of them on the monthly and the daily. The purple line, we're just right above it. So if we can maintain here and just chop sideways, maybe we can ride up, ever so slightly over time. For example, if we draw our own little line here, let's say we chop sideways, come back down to it, right, at 64K, 65K, and then start bouncing our way up. I could easily see, if I move out of our way here, I could easily see us back at that 74K all-time high in March of 2025. I definitely see that as a possibility, maybe even sooner than that. I know a lot of us will hope sooner than later, but we'll just have to wait and see. I'm interested to hear your thoughts still down in the comment section below or in the live chat. Make sure you, hit me up. If you don't send a super chat unless you have the capability of doing that, go away. There you go. All right. So let's go over some news articles here for this past week. Bitcoin target 70K as stablecoin inflows in China stimulus boost rally. Right, we got some China stimulus going out to our Asian family. That's a big help, a big benefit. According to the recent report from 10x Research, Bitcoin has broken out of its ongoing recent downward and downtrend, and the cryptocurrency, let me turn on my camera here, there we go. And the cryptocurrency is now setting its sights on the 70K milestone. We got a quote here: our immediate attention is on Bitcoin's recent breakout above 65K and a target of 70K in the next 2 weeks. That's, wow, okay, in the next 2 weeks. So let's see here. Damn it. Let's see here. So if I get out of your way again, and we say 70K in the next 2 weeks. So let's see, Wednesday, Saturday, we need another Saturday. All right, let's say Monday, October 14th, 70K in the next 2 weeks. Let's go to the bottom, 70K. 6.6% in 16 days. That's not really out of the realm of impossible, but I probably wouldn't set my expectations on that, to be completely honest. I probably would say yeah. Let's curb our optimism, so to speak. But I mean, it's certainly within the realm of possible. The change in the tide comes amid CZ, Binance founder and former CEO, being released from the United States federal prison on September 27th. Saw his tweet, give it a nice little heart. Glad to have you back. I know a lot of people may not like CZ, but CZ's been in the space for a hot minute, and Binance has grown to be one of the biggest exchanges in the world, despite its troubles with various federal bodies, countries, institutions, whatever it might be. Moving on, stablecoins flood market post FOMC meeting. So after we talked about the 0.5 basis point hike or cut that the Fed did, we had a lot of positive momentum going in our direction. And so here we go. Nearly 10 billion in stablecoins were issued in the weeks following the Federal Reserve's July 31st FOMC meeting, which postponed a critical rate cut decision. The injection of this liquidity into the crypto market has had significant impact, as stablecoins are fundamental assets traders and investors use to shift their positions to other currencies like Bitcoin. So going on to risk assets, coming off of them, taking profits, waiting for the drop, picking back up, waiting for the pump, dropping back into stablecoins, and then the cycle goes on and on and on. The total value of outstanding stablecoins now exceeds 160 billion, with a large portion of the inflows linked to Circle's USDC. I use USDC a lot, especially in Solana. I use USDC a lot. I know Pellish and I talk about USDC. Most of the coins that we have have a USDC pairing associated with it. USDT is another popular one, but USDC on Solana is to me the number one coin or stable coin, period. I know there's a bunch of other ones out there, but I personally like USDC. Chinese stimulus implications. 10x Research report also highlighted the impact of China's recent announcement stimulus measures on the BTC price trajectory and the country's role in a 2014 BTC rally. The 278 Chinese stimulus plan could ignite a parabolic rally in the crypto prices, fueled by increased global liquidity. The reports estimate that the Chinese crypto brokers have seen over 40 billion in inflows, and just in the first half of the year, with 55% of the volume coming from transactions over 1 million. Despite the rally in the crypto market, Bitcoin volatility remains notably subdued, with the 30-day realized volatility below the 5-year average of 41%, according to a report. With the lower volatility, institutional traders who adhere to strict risk management can take on bigger positions. The likelihood of a Q4 rally is exceptionally high, which gains likely front-loaded, right? So usually the market is pricing in stuff, right? Whether the FOMC does this, whether this presidential candidate does that, whether this company does this, it doesn't really matter. And sorry if you can hear that watching Throttle House behind me. I did lower the volume, but I'm not sure if you can hear it. But anyways, hopefully I don't get demonetized. The markets basically front run what they expect is going to happen I believe the rate hike or cut was priced in. Even the past rate hikes were priced in. And so right now we're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty good. Now, I don't think, while Q4 might be a rally, I don't think we'll break an all-time high just yet, at least until after the presidential election and into 2025. However, I could be absolutely wrong. I wasn't expecting Bitcoin to hit a new all-time high before the halving, and I was clearly wrong. A lot of people on YouTube, crypto traders and people much smarter than myself that can look at a chart and determine exactly what's going to happen, were wrong as well. Just take their information with a grain of salt, get educated yourself, and then take that data and compare and contrast with your own to make the best decision. Now, I just wanted to highlight this article from Forbes on their digital asset section. Boomer gold is now Bitcoin, and I would agree with that, right? Gold is a good asset to have in a portfolio. I'm not gonna lie. And I know some Bitcoin maxis would say boo to that, don't have gold, all Bitcoin, yada, yada, yada. But I think a balanced diet or portfolio would have gold and Bitcoin in it. What the percentages is a completely different story. If you want to know what my portfolio is looking like, I did a video on that a while back. But yeah, it can't be right. You can't be right all the time. I decided to play the crypto cycle with Ether, not Bitcoin, on the premise that Ether is spicier than Bitcoin and would run further faster. The idea was Bitcoin was 100K plus and Ether was 10K plus. So this is just an opinion piece, but I do agree that Bitcoin is boomer gold, right? That's the new thing right now. I don't know how many of the boomers are in Bitcoin, but I'm suspecting quite a few has done well. All right, moving on. Again, if you do have any questions, comments, concerns, is Crypto Mikkel still live? Hang on, let me refresh something real quick. I wonder if Crypto Mikkel is still live. Yeah, he's still live right now. All right, let him rock and roll. 16 trillion by 2030. BlackRock is currently backing a radical new US dollar rival amid Bitcoin and crypto price boom. It talks about how the Bitcoin price has more than doubled in the last year, pushed higher by the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock's embrace of Bitcoin and crypto. Now, as fears are swirling about the US dollar on the verge of total collapse, BlackRock USD Internet Institutional Digital Liquidity Fund, or BUILD, with the D and the L swap, is being used to back a new stablecoin, described as a key milestone and the 16 trillion by 2030, racing to tokenize finance. What is the name of the coin? All right, let's see here. Crypto company Ethereum, which earlier this year launched a so-called synthetic US dollar stablecoin USDE that swelled to 2.6 billion circulating supply, has announced a new stablecoin called USTB that will invest its reserves in BlackRock Build via real-world asset tokenization securitization. USTB will be fully backed by BlackRock Build in partnership with the Securitize. Enabled a separate fiat stablecoin product alongside USDE, Athena's official account posted. As the largest tokenized U.S. Treasuries fund with over 520 million in assets, Build provides USTB with a secure foundation. This collaboration represents a key milestone in the evolution of tokenized finance, bringing together leading innovations in stablecoins and real-world asset tokenizations. Interesting. I wonder how that's going to pan out. Larry says he had been wrong about Bitcoin and had previously dismissed it, an index of money laundering, admitting Bitcoin is digital gold and a legitimate financial instrument. At BlackRock, we believe that tokenization has the potential to drive significant transformation in capital market infrastructure. BlackRock's global head of strategic ecosystem partnership, Joseph Chalom, told Fortune, our investment in Securitize is another step in the evolution of our digital asset strategy. Interesting. So BlackRock making moves. That's a mouthful to say USTB instead of USDC, USDT, but USTB is the asset that BlackRock is quietly backing amid the US dollar's uncertainty. I wonder how people feel about that. Very interesting. Actually, I'm curious. What is Crypto Mikkel doing right now? Let's go check him out real quick. Let me mute the desktop audio just so it doesn't overlap. Just curious, what exactly is he doing? Oh, he's just still chatting. Okay. Did he go on late today? All right, I'm gonna let him rock and roll. He's been MIA for a hot minute, anyways. All right, give that a like. All right, Q4 crypto rally chances exponentially high. So a lot of people are believing a Q4 rally is going to come into effect. I don't, or at least I'm tempering my expectations because I hate getting rocked. Q4 rally is certainly within the realm of possible. Again, the 60% or the 6% to hit the 70K is not a hard target to hit. You know, we've seen Bitcoin blow through 15, 20% increases. No problem. The likelihood of the Q4 rally is exceptionally high, with the gains likely front-loaded. 10x Research, head of research, the same people that we were talking about earlier, stated in a September 27 report viewed by Cointelegraph. Altcoin FOMO returns as Bitcoin reaches 65K. A lot of people are going into various altcoins. It's good to see. You know, spreading the love out, right? Giving altcoins some of the love. But the FOMO is real, right? They missed an opportunity. They wanted to get into Solana. Solana was like sub 120 again, so people are buying into it. A major surge could be on the horizon, sparking even more FOMO across the crypto space. At time of publication, Bitcoin was trading around 65,424. You can see the chart here. But another investment company has an index that climbed 23%, representing 13% rise over the past 30 days. The index tracks the percentage of altcoins outperforming Bitcoin over 90 days, with higher readings signaling growing speculation in the market. So the taste for speculative assets is coming back. The fear and greed has neutralized, and now people are definitely wanting to get into these lesser altcoins, right? So I don't have the budget to do that. But if I did, there are some assets I have my eyes on. However, I'm interested to hear what assets, what altcoins are you hunting down in this time? I'm very interested to hear that. Of course, Shiba Inu had a nice little pump. It was up 32% at time of this writing. SEI or SI was surging as well. Wormhole up 32%. So a lot of coins doing good. Some of the altcoin fever coming back. So good to see. In the past 24 hours, Shiba Inu has reclaimed the top spot in trading volume in South Korea, signaling the rise in speculation and setting the stage for a potential Q4 rally. Amid the rise in the altcoin market, Bitcoin dominance has dipped slightly since September 20th, falling about 1.57% to 57.51. Not a big deal at all. If we go to CoinMarketCap, let's go ahead and check that out real quick. Bitcoin dominance is at 56.2 right now. So maybe at the time of article it was, but right now not so much. Let me move out of your way. Thank you guys for coming over from Crypto Mikkel. I just wanted to check in. You ran long there, brother. I just wanted to make sure you were good. Appreciate you. Thank you for checking on me. As I mentioned, some of you guys actually DM'd me and reached out to me during the hurricane. I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate that. Much love and respect. Now, going back to the Bitcoin dominance, Bitcoin has reclaimed its dominance a little bit, rose up to 56.36%, but we did see it drop down to 51%. So speculative assets, the taste is there. You can see the fear and greed index. We were at super lows, man, like 30s, low 30s, even in the 25 back here. and now we're sitting closer to that 50 range. People are ready to dip their toes back in, and so we could very well have an altcoin rally, which wouldn't be a bad thing, right? Because I know a lot of people in these altcoins are ready to get their nice little payout, take profits, so on and so forth. Again, the article mentions the Fed rate cut, the 50 basis points, so on and so forth, bullish indicators, yada, yada, yada. Quote here, altcoins are waking up significantly, but this is nothing compared to what we're going to see in the coming 6 months. And again, for some of you that just joined, we got a couple of articles here claiming or expecting Bitcoin to hit 70K or have a Q4 rally. I do believe that we have a rally incoming, but will we make a new all-time high in Q4? I'm not there yet. I'm looking more into the Q1 2025 or Q2 2025. We looked at the monthly, we looked at the daily. We are over 2 major legacy lines, and we're looking pretty good. A healthy pullback wouldn't be too bad. You know, high 64K somewhere in there, low 65Ks, which is where we're at. And then a nice chip up over time as we continue to move forward is what I am expecting. Just to recap for some of you that just joined, and thank you so much for coming on over. Make sure you hit that like button. But yeah, altcoin season fever infects analysts calling for bullish movement as Bitcoin hits 64K, right? Bitcoin makes a new all-time high. You see the dominance climb up, or not a new all-time high, but Bitcoin starts to climb up significantly, right? You see the dominance climb up as people switch back into Bitcoin. And then as it plateaus, as it levels off, then people move into these altcoins hoping to make bigger gains. Excuse me, hiccup. So yeah, we got multiple analysts, multiple articles talking about it. Caleb, one of the analysts here, shared insights to altcoins measured through TradingView indexes like Total 3 and others have surpassed significant moving averages, specifically the 100-day and 200-day exponential moving averages, or EMAs. They also highlighted that the last such breakout occurred in July 2023 during the altcoins used these EMAs as a dynamic support to achieve higher highs. He emphasized that the importance of monitoring daily closes to confirm this trend. No thanks, I don't want to subscribe. Additionally, it was pointed out that the cyclonic nature of the crypto market suggests that altcoins typically follow Bitcoin's bullish momentum, often entering a vigorous phase once Bitcoin breaks its all-time high and moves into uncharted territories. The analyst indicates that after several instances since May where Bitcoin surged without triggering an altcoin season, current indicators show a simultaneous uptick in both Bitcoin and altcoin markets. All right, that's good news for a lot of us who have some of these altcoins, right? We're mining them. We're trying to stack as much as we possibly can, take profits where we can, pay our bills with those mining profits, so on and so forth, to have a nice little altcoin rally of, Caspa can hit 25 cents, 30 cents. I know a lot of you would be happy. If Alphium can hit $2 again or above, I know a lot of you would be happy. Some of us holding on to Ethereum, if Ethereum can climb up to that 5K, 7K range, there'd be quite a few of us that would be happy. Don't be ashamed to take profits, but at the same time, me personally, in my situation, as some of you might know, I've been having to take profits to cover certain things for personal matters and family and so on and so forth, which kind of sucks because I'm missing out on the profits that I could be making in the future because everybody's expecting Q4 to pop off. I'm expecting maybe Q1, Q2 2025, just tempering my expectations. But either way, all the indicators are there and everything is looking pretty damn good. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section below, though. Despite the positive signs, it's important to consider the broader market context. Over the past 9 months, altcoins have generally underperformed compared to Bitcoin in terms of price recovery and proximity to to their all-time highs. Bitcoin is trading around 64, blah, 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 approximately 12% below the all-time high of almost 74K reached in March. In contrast, many altcoins remain significantly below their peak prices, like Dogecoin about 86% below its all-time high, Cardano 89% below, and Polkadot 92% below. And Polkadot, by the way, is killing me, dude. They've been killing me ever since I got involved. I really am considering getting the heck out of it. I'm not earning any yield on it because I didn't want to keep it with centralized exchange. We've been burned by those in the past. Some of them even announced that they were closing, but then didn't close. But it was a risk that I didn't want to take. So I'm staking via a hardware wallet, but then the hardware wallet, I gotta have so much bonded, and I gotta have so much Polkadot, which is like another $2,000. It's like, dude, no. Anyways, my rant's over. Bitcoin dominance is around 57%, down slightly from 58.6 on September 19th. It's reached its lowest on September 10th at 38.9. It has been climbing steadily for the past 2 years, and over the past 5 years, the highest was reached at 72%. So Bitcoin dominance usually stays above 50%. We had some rare instances in the past. If we go and look at the chart, that I think Bitcoin dominance was really low. Right? So obviously early days, 2016, 2014, stuff like that. You can see here, well, Bitcoin was at 90%, excuse me. I meant to say the opposite. Where was it at? Is it right here? Right here. There it is. So Bitcoin dominance was 40% there. And, okay, yeah, it was 2018. 32% in 2018. So when Bitcoin gets into the 40s or lower, that's actually a good thing. That means most of the altcoins are going to rally. But we always want to give Bitcoin a love because it is the OG, it is the king, and usually the rising tide raises all ships. If you're in here, make sure you hit that like button, guys. Appreciate you. Crypto Mikkel, you're fine, dude. I don't know what you're saying. Sorry. Had a late start. I figured. You're good, bud. You're good. Don't worry about it. So gave us a great pump for sure. Yes, Pellish, it certainly did. Ark, what's up? How you doing, buddy? Just going to say hello to everybody real quick. Automatic Beats. Rud Puts, I already said hello to you earlier. Chris Hanley, how you doing? Again, thank you for some of you. Dan San, that reached out to me, wished me well, make sure I was good during the hurricane, so on and so forth. USIFF Putts. I now own 2.53 million Turbo. Wow. I decided to buy meme instead of an ASIC. One of us will be right and the rest will be wrong. Yeah, well, if you're right, good, good on you. Your investment strategy paid off pretty well. Bitcoin's Coinbase premium returns as Bitcoin price heads to the best September ever. Does anybody here, this is a question that I need the live chat to answer. Does anybody here, and even in the comments later on, use Coinbase premium? I'm just curious. Does anybody use Coinbase and pay for that subscription for Coinbase premium? Let me know right now in the comments. But Coinbase premium reached a 2-week high on September 26th as prices pushed past the 65K range, talking about Bitcoin. Coinbase premium is often used as an index of U.S. realtor investment demand. The higher the value, the more buying pressure. Moreover, the Coinbase premium return currently coincides with the increase in the spot Bitcoin daily inflows, so ETF daily inflows. CoinGecko or Cointelegraph reported total aggregated inflows for the 11 Bitcoin ETFs were about 365 million on September 26th as Bitcoin price reached new monthly highs, not new all-time highs, but new monthly highs. Meanwhile, the spot cumulative volume delta across all exchanges also reached a new monthly high, and the net buy side of spot volumes dominating the chart. Bitcoin is currently forming the first HTF bull pattern in 5 months. Cointelegraph highlighted that Bitcoin was attempting to clear 65K to create a new high pattern, and that's what HTF stands for, I believe. Higher, no, what is HTF? I don't know. Anyways, 3 days later, Bitcoin managed to close a daily candle above the previous resistance at a higher time frame. Higher time frame, or HTF, which broke a 5-month bear trend. So some of the bears, while the bears have been winning recently and the morale has been down, morale is getting better and the bulls are getting little wins. I wouldn't call them major wins, but little wins. Now, if we had a major liquidation, if there was a lot of shorts on the market and there was major liquidations, that could certainly push us up into that 70, 72K area in the Q4 arena. But whether or not people have the appetite to put in those big plays, I'm still hesitant, right? We're still kind of in the middle of the fear and greed. The market's not full on FOMO, bear, bullish, bull run to the moon type deal, but we'll see how things go. In this chart right here, the previous higher low and lower low pattern was broken after Bitcoin closed a daily candle above the HTF resistance of 65K. An HTF breakout strongly indicates potentially new long-term trend forming in the chart. Okay. So higher high 1, higher low 1, higher high 2. Okay. Well, we'll see how this goes. All the indicators are there. We're looking pretty good. Things are looking positive. Now, live chat responded to some of the questions. Pass on Coinbase Premium. No, only non-KYC exchanges, says USIF Putz. ARK, I think, is talking to... Are you talking to me or are you talking to somebody else? All right, you're talking to each other. All right, cool. So no Coinbase Premium. Coinbase Premium. What is Coinbase Premium? I know it's a Coinbase Premium. Let's see here. I know it's an index. Oh, it's Prime. That's what I meant to say. Or what's the other one? Coinbase One. They changed it to Coinbase One. That's right. So let's see here. Coinbase One. I'm over here talking like an idiot. But I believe it insures you up to a certain amount, yada, 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 whatever. You can pause your subscription. You could save on some trading fees, I believe. There's a number of different benefits, but it's not available for all countries. So I'm over here calling it Coinbase Premium, but it's actually Coinbase One. I don't want to click that in case it brings up my account, so we're just going to close that. Bitcoin price stagnant as analysts anticipate October rally. Now, remember, we looked at the charts. And September and August usually are red months. October starts to get a little bit green. Then November green, December green. Usually. There's been some reds in Decembers and Novembers. It's not always a straightforward answer. But I was expecting September to also be a red month and to take advantage of the decline and continue to buy up, right? So at the end of September... at the end of August, we were looking like crap, right? Like you could even see at the end of August, while we never got down to the previous low on August 5th, 2024, it looked like here at the beginning of September, we were going to continue and fall down even further. So I was going to take advantage of it, but it doesn't matter because I needed to help my family anyways, and I don't have the money to take advantage of it. So I guess this worked out for me in the end anyways, because I would have just got wrecked if I had the money. I would have sold to buy in, right? You sell at the high, you buy in the low. So I would have sold to buy in only to get wrecked because it would have gone up because I was expecting to get more. So I guess it worked out. But point being, people are expecting October to also be a very green month. Now, that certainly is possible looking at the past data, but I would urge caution. Don't invest more than you're willing to lose or can afford to lose. And make sure to dollar cost average. Not financial advice, just common fucking sense in the financial industry. Now, I did notice that the dollar is weakening while Bitcoin's doing pretty well. Bitcoin pulled back. I know a couple of the traditional assets are kind of pumping up. Like you can see gold futures is actually down 14%. I like this chart up here. So some assets are doing good and some assets are not. Like the S&P is down 7.2. NASDAQ down. Dow is up. Crude oil is up. Gold futures is down, Bitcoin slightly down, dollars down, but we got some rallies in the altcoin space. So what I really want to see is a full-on, and it does feel like we're in it right now, decouple of Bitcoin from traditional assets. But because a lot of the institutions or suits that I call them are in the traditional finance are also in crypto, they oftentimes can play both sides to offset their losses or profit taking, whatever, right? So the suits are in it, institutions are in it. It's not what Satoshi wanted, but it's the way the world is now. We could take advantage of it by taking profits when it pumps up pretty good. So anyways, probably scared off a couple people with that statement, but whatever, right? I know suits want to be in crypto, but I really see Bitcoin and altcoins, at least a few altcoins, not all of them. Obviously, XRP wanted to work with banks off the rip, but altcoins and Bitcoin are the people's money for us to not trust these centralized entities and take and build our own financial freedom. But obviously, that's being skewed now because Bitcoin ETFs, we've got banks, trying to gobble up as much as possible, institutions, so on and so forth. But anyways, moving back to this article. talks about the same key points that we were talking about. You know, Bitcoin's modest gain, it's up. Chinese stimulus, the Fed rate cut. These are all things, positive momentum provided to Bitcoin. Historical data indicates that Bitcoin often performs well in October with an average return of 29.9% and a median return of 27.7%. So let's split that. Let's say it's 25%. Right? So let's go ahead and switch on over to the monthly chart. And let's say that October, we should see a 25% increase in Bitcoin. Where would that put us? Let's find out. I'm going to move out of your way here. And let's say where we are right now. Let's go down from where we are. Let's say we go back to this legacy line of around 64.5K. And we go up 25%. Which would put us right at 80K. Wow. 80K. That would be nice. That would be nice. That would be very nice. But again, tempering my expectations. While that would be great. I'm looking again into Q1, Q2, 2025. We'll have to see. October has typically been a strong month for Bitcoin, with only 2 negative closes in 2014, and 2018, both of which are during the bear markets, followed by red September closes. Right? Red September is usually bad, and that's what I was expecting. I was expecting it to be a bad month after a red August. I was expecting us to not make a new all-time high before the halving. Things have changed. The common conception, yes, you can look at TA, you can do TA, and you can look at the charts, and you can figure it out. That's not what I'm talking about. But what normally made sense doesn't often make sense. It's almost like Texas Hold'em, right? You got a good hand, but it all comes down to the river, and you don't know what that river holds. But when those cards flip, it goes in your favor or it goes against you. You can't control it. Luck plays a big part in a lot of these people's profits in the past. Not all of them, but a majority of them. And if you don't have that luck on your side, you're going to get wrecked. So instead of playing the luck game, play the smart game, DCA, build up over time, take profits when it gets to a certain price. Have those prices in your head. When Bitcoin hits 120K, I'm going to sell 10% of my holdings. If Ethereum hits 7K, I'm going to sell 5% of my holdings. Have those numbers in your head ready to go. You can sometimes put these positions in. I know certain platforms can let you only do it for like 180 days or whatever. But just get ready Q2, Q1 2025 to go ahead and pull the trigger if you need to take profits. If you don't need to take profits, you're in a good position, you got a good cash position, you got a good diverse portfolio, then yeah, chill out. You don't need to move. Price could very well drop 10% before recovering, closing the month in the green. Recent years, we've seen a peak throughout drawdown. I can't say that. Basically, we could pull back in September, but then or a drawdown in September, do good in October, and have a little bit of a pullback. Maybe do 30% and then pull back to only like a 20% gain over the previous month. October exceeds 6%. So like October is looking green. Now here's the funny thing. If everybody's expecting a Q4 pump and October to be a green month, and everybody and their mom is saying it, right? All your favorite content creators, whatever. What usually happens is the exact opposite. And it sucks, but it's usually what happens. So I could see a lot of people that play the shorts putting in positions, the more people say October's going to be a great month. It's going to be a green month. Q4, we're going to make a new all-time high. Or we're going to move towards 70, 72K. And then people play the odds against it because everybody and their mom is talking about us having a green Q4 throughout. But it could be. As inflows continue to happen, as the Fed's actions continue to kind of stir up some happiness and China stimulus package and more positive momentum after all the negative press we've been getting with Germany sales, U.S. situation, global tensions. Like, it's nice to have some positive momentum, and this is what we're getting. Institutional adoption is growing, and microeconomic factors could drive growth in Q4. Amid the macro shifts in institutional adoption, digital assets are poised to continue growth in Q4. A sovereign balance sheet faced pressure investors will seek long-term hedges like Bitcoin, and they expect the performance of Bitcoin in October is anticipated to surpass that of September at a target price range of 58K to 72K. BitGet Research Chief Analyst Ryan Lee. So 58K to 72K is a big gap, right? That you're basically playing the whole table. What is it called? Craps? What's the thing where you got all the numbers and you got to split the numbers? Is that craps? Right? You're basically playing the whole table. You got a big bet, you're playing the whole table. You're likely going to win the hand, right? Because you got such a broad range, or at least a number of different hands. But either way, we're out of the fear and greed index. Things are looking positive. MicroStrategy continues to gobble up, right? They're selling bonds and buying more Bitcoin. We saw back-to-back weekends that I talked about it on this channel, on Caffeine Crypto, where MicroStrategy continued to buy Bitcoin, right? Additionally, the one unknown that all of us are waiting on is the regulatory landscape for crypto. The presidential election has that in its hands right now. And it's either going to get one president in the office that's pro-crypto and one president that's sort of pro-crypto. A lot of people want the pro-crypto one. A lot of people don't want the sort of pro-crypto one. Or vice versa, because they don't care about crypto. They care about some other policy that they speak to. Either way, if that one action on top of all this other positive momentum happens, we could have a nice, and it's not going to be, oh no, Bitcoin's pumping, let me go to my computer and buy some real quick. It's going to be quick, guys. It's going to be quick. When that pump happens and we start blasting to a new all-time high, it's going to be a lot faster than you were anticipating, and there might not be an opportunity to buy in. Well, there will always be an opportunity to buy in, right? Because even if you bought at 70K and Bitcoin is expected to be 120K plus in 2026 or 2027, you just played a long game. But either way, I'm just saying that the uptick and the drawdown always happen a lot quicker than people anticipate. There was a nice drawdown that I was anticipating or waiting for on Bitcoin so I could buy some more, and I completely missed it. Not only because I didn't have a cash position, but because I wasn't ready. September 6th, right here, when Bitcoin hit 52K, right? Or August 5th, when Bitcoin hit 49K. Like, and you can see it bounced directly off of that. Look at this green legacy line I have. That's an old line. And it just touched it and went back up. So, if you're not DCing in, and you don't have the time to sit in front of the fucking charts all day on 2 computers, 5 computers, or 5 screens, got every fucking chart open up, trying to like play the odds and shit, then you're going to miss out. But the people that have the capability to do that, they do really well. And I'm proud of them, and I'm happy for them. I don't have the time to do that. Do you? I don't know. Let me know. Dan Ruggs, Mexico, what's up, man? Much love. Our crypto mining. I'm talking to Pelish, but yeah, your mic sounds good too. My mic always sounds like crap. It's hurricane side effect for our buddy. The wind blows and messes up all up. I'm bullish on silver if you want to talk metals. So yeah, silver's all right. I bought some, what's this silver iShares silver ETF? The daily hodl. Upcoming quarter looking solid for Bitcoin and altcoin, says analyst Kevin Savinson. So yeah, again, the article says the exact same things we've been talking about. Q4 looking good. Things are looking positive for Bitcoin, for altcoins. Everybody's stoked. We're ready to go, baby. Just gotta wait. What is that resistance between 65 and 64? Is that where I have mine too? Yeah, we're at the same level. See, some of these charts, even if you don't watch the person, you might be aligned because you just look at the charts the same way or in a very similar fashion. All right, as we're getting ready to wrap up things here, let me go ahead and make sure that Red Panda Mining's stream is connected, or that we get a good redirect for you guys. Let's see here. Nobody, the GPU, nobody wanted me to talk about. Let's hash rate it. Hash rate test it. All right, cool. That's coming up next from Red Panda Mining. Today at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And U.S. sanctions to 2 crypto exchanges for facilitating cybercrime and money laundering. The U.S. government on Thursday sanctioned 2 cryptocurrency exchanges and unsealed an indictment against Russian national for its alleged involvement in operating operation of several money laundering services. The virtual cryptocurrency exchanges Cryptex and PM2BTC have alleged to facilitate laundering of cryptocurrencies. To coordinate action carried out in collaboration with the Netherlands Police and Dutch Fiscal Intelligence and Investigation Service as part of an ongoing law enforcement crackdown of Operation Endgame. Operation Endgame, using some Marvel terms there. The United States and our international partners remain resolute in our commitment to prevent cybercrime facilitators like PM2BTC and Cryptex from, and not the Cryptex that we use, like the mining pool, but with a C instead of a K, from operating with impunity. Treasury, in close coordination with our allies and partners, will continue to use all the tools and authorities to disrupt the networks that seek to leverage the virtual assets ecosystem to facilitate illicit activities. PM2BTC facilitates a substantially greater portion of the transactions with apparent links to money laundering activity in connection with Russian illicit finance, or compared to 99% of other virtual asset service providers. It said it also employs an unusual obfuscation that inhibits attribution of transactions to illicit activities and actors. So they're obfuscating the transactions, which, like Tornado Cash, which, by the way, that guy is still in jail, by the way, just FYI. But let's see here. Ransomware, illicitactor.org, quarterly value received by Cryptex exchange by source. So they're breaking it down. They don't give me numbers. But yeah, UApps and Cryptex have processed about 7.5 billion worth of transactions since the inception in 2013 and 2018. It's not a lot compared to the relative overall crypto market, but I guess it is a lot. Oh no, he was using my name. Look at this. A second Russian national, Tamar, aka Joker Stash or Vega, 38 years old, has also been charged with operating the Joker Stash and laundering its proceeds. Don't use my name, you dick. But Vega is a very popular Spanish name, so it's not that big of a deal. But yeah. Those 2 exchanges, I'm not sure. I don't think anybody I know is using those exchanges. Let me know if you were. Well, obviously, don't let me know if you were. Never mind. Shut up. Don't say anything. Email auto-reply vulnerability allows hackers to mine cryptocurrencies. Hackers exploit email auto-replies to spread crypto mining malware, hijacking unsuspected user systems to mine cryptocurrency without their knowledge. It looks like cybersecurity researchers have discovered a novel method used by hackers to deliver malware to stealthy crypto mining, leveraging automated email replies. The threat intelligence firm Fact reported that the hackers exploited auto-reply emails from compromised accounts to target Russian companies, marketplaces, and financial institutions. Using the tactic, the attackers sought to install XMR Rig, which is a very popular crypto miner for CPU mining, on victims' devices to mine digital assets. There's an example of an auto-reply with a link to malware source, HABR. The security company said it had identified 150 emails containing XMR Rig since the end of May. However, the cybersecurity firm also said that the business email protection system blocked malicious emails sent to its clients. With normal mass delivered messages, the targets have the option to ignore emails that deem irrelevant. However, with the auto replies, victims expect a response from a person they emailed first, not knowing the email that they're contacting is compromised. In that case, although the letter does not look convincing, communication has already been established and a file distribution may not arouse particular suspicion. It's just funny. It explains XMR Rig. Like, XMR Rig is used a lot. Like, if you could get thousands of computers to all mine, CPU mine, XMR Rig. And most of the laptops these days are coming with AMD processors. I know there's some Intel out there. I could see how, if they're not throttling, like if I sent this command out or this exploit out to a bunch of people and I don't have in my script to only use XYZ. Like I'm not locking my clocks, or in this case CPU mining, I'm not setting my threads or the intensity. And I would probably set the intensity to a medium low level because I don't want to raise suspicion, because as soon as my system starts to get going, you hear the fans ramp up, and that's how you know the computer's thinking really hard. A lot of people don't have that. They might be having a laptop with an Intel i series or an AMD Ryzen series, and the laptop might be picking up speed but not too high, so it's just sitting there mining away. You got thousands of these machines just sitting there stacking Monero up for you. Crypto mining boxes are security. Long story short, Green United LLC failed to persuade a federal court to toss the SEC civil fraud lawsuit, basically alleging that Green LLC had no realizable value as it was not trading in a secondary market. They tried to change the law by classifying hosting mining as a security, right? So like, I'm selling you a miner, I'm a company, and I offer to host it for you, but I'm not, you, the investor, are not receiving, you know, sufficient, I guess, profits or whatever for your investment. It's a whole thing. I'm saying this all wrong. But basically, Green United LLC has a civil fraud suit by the SEC against it on the grounds that its cryptocurrency mining box or hardware, consumers didn't enter into securities and transactions with it. Alleged security in the form of green boxes, which is hardware that they created, coupled with hosting agreement to operate these green boxes, failed something, right? The Howey test or whatever, it dissatisfied the test for investment contracts on the U.S. Supreme Court, right? Because you're getting into a hosting contract with them. Maybe some of the people are not that invested or not receiving, you know, they didn't actually mine digital tokens as promised to investors who entrusted $18 million to the company. So mismanagement of funds, right? You may have created these boxes, but you're mismanaging your funds. BitDeer Seal O2 chip hit sufficiency goals for Bitcoin mining, right? I've been keeping an eye on this. 13.5 joules per terahash, not bad. Good job, guys. This new achievement of power efficiency. And it will be integrated into the Seal Miner A2 with mass production starting in November 2024. So that's coming soon. I don't know if they will have it. So we can reserve right now for 99 cents. You can see there's over almost 1.4 million reserved. Here's the box, right? Looks like your normal ASIC. I don't think we get to see anything else other than the fact that, you know, it's 14 joules per terahash or 15 joules per terahash or 16.5 joules per terahash. It's got the normal control board you can see here in the top. Fans on front and back, but we don't have much more information about it. I'd be interested to test one, but we'll see here. We'll see how it goes. That's not working. But yeah, so control board. You got your power bars, bus bars going to the power supply, 3 hash boards, that's normal, and then it looks like any other ASIC, but they're developing their chips themselves. So very, very interesting. Hopefully it works out for them. We'll see how things go. They were at Mind Disrupt in a number of different conferences. Had a great chat with them, but I'd be interested to see how things pan out. All right, so as we're getting ready for Red Panda Mining, do we have any questions, comments, concerns, complaints? A huge thanks once again to Crypto Miner Bros for sponsoring today's live stream. They're probably going to be sponsoring a number of our live streams over the next couple of months. Just an agreement that I got with them. So stand by. Appreciate you, and if you're interested in checking them out, link is in the description. Make sure you use coupon code SerpentX. But Red Panda Mining coming on here in a little bit. I don't think they're live yet. So let's hang out. Let's talk. Questions, comments, concerns. What do you got for me here? MSNBC Crypto. Let's see what the latest is. above. Yes, I ordered the RX0. If so, did you get a shipping notification? I haven't checked yet. Haven't checked yet. Yeah, I would. By the time we get the RX0, the profitability is going to be crap. Let's see here. A6 RX0. Yeah, dollar. It's already down to $1.55. Ugh. Could have been making 10, 11, 12 bucks. But nope. Nope. Just the way it goes, man. Just the way it goes. We're up to 1.74 petahash now. When we were at the beginning of September, we were only like 292 terahash. So a lot of big boy ASICs online. Again, these manufacturers are able to mine the currency over a longer period of term. Then they sell the products to you, the end user, or the mining facility. Then you come online while they're quality testing newer devices, making a profit. And when they're done making their profit and recouping the cost of development, then they sell it to us. So it's just whatever, dude. RX0 still hasn't shipped. Yeah, I didn't get any notification. I mean, I'm still gonna enjoy it. I love these things, right? Like I got the KS0, I got the AL0. I love these little micro miners, right? Small packages, fun to tear down, fun to look at how it's built, fun to see what we can do with it. We can firmware mod it, PB Farmer. Like I love these things, right? I'm sure PB Farmer will come out with a firmware mod for the RX0. I'm sure there'll be an AL0 Pro and then Ultra, and RX0 Pro and Ultra. And then PB Farmer will update, or T-Swift or whatever. Somebody will come up with a firmware update to give you a little edge. Not much of one, because then you go too far, then you're outside of your efficiency range. So yeah, we'll see how things go. But I can only afford small stuff. I cannot afford $10,000 fucking machines. I just can't. And I know that's what people in the crypto mining space want to see. They want to see the latest ASIC, no matter the price. They want to see it run, its hash rate, its performance, its efficiency, and stuff like that. Red Panda's got a great chart on calculating efficiency. So, like, yeah, man, yeah. I guess we'll have to wait and see. You know, the AL3 from iServers, 45 bucks a day. All the Alphium miners are down. Even the AL1 Pro, it was making 250 at the end of August. Now it's only making 60 bucks, right? Whenever it's a new ecosystem, of course the price is going to greatly decrease. Of course. iServer had some good sales on various models recently. So yeah, completely crazy, man. Completely crazy. I'm working on getting my hands on the A11 through a temporary situation. I don't own it, but I will be testing and tuning. I don't have a guarantee yet. By the time I get my hands on testing this device, the profitability of that's probably gonna be like $8 or some shit. So if you can't afford, you need to understand that when these new miners come online or come out for release, that you need to be able to get it as quickly as possible. But these devices aren't even shipped until a month later. They say they release them and they're like, oh, shipment starts the end of October. So by the time the end of October comes, the hash rate has already climbed really high. The network difficulty has climbed high, and profitability has been reduced by quite a bit. So if you don't have that appetite of risk, and have the ability to then mine on it when you actually do receive it, mine on it 1, 2, 3 months, and then immediately sell it while you can sell it at a profit, then you're just gonna get stuck holding the thing. And I got 2 paperweights. I got the Mini Doge 2 and the Mini Doge Original, and I'm still using them. They're not profitable, but I'm still using them. I love these little small miners. I love them. They're my favorite. While I would love to have a big warehouse of a bunch of ASICs that I can maintain and manage and repair, I don't have one for me personally. So I would be happy to help others out with theirs. Now, unless somebody wants to build a farm and let Crypto Mikkel and me manage it, let me know. We'll have to talk about it offline. But yeah, if you don't have the appetite to buy these small miners that are like sub $1,000 or around $1,200 or less, and understand the risk that you're just buying this now with all the hype, and the device itself might only be worth $600. It's $1,200, $1,400, $1,500 right now. It might only be worth $600 in 3 months. And the profitability might drop from $12 to $2 a day in that same time frame, and be able to sell it and flip it and recoup some of your money. Then don't do it. Don't buy it. Just don't buy it. All right, Red Panda Mining is live. I'm gonna send you guys on over there. Again, thank you so much for hanging out with us. I appreciate you very, very much. I'm gonna go ahead and get some things done. Go back over to my parents. Got some stuff I need to do. But do me a favor on the way out. Hit that like button. Make sure to get subscribed. Hit the notification bell to stay up to date, as well as check out additional links in the description to help support the channel and what we do here. He's testing out a new GPU. And again, thank you to Crypto Miner Bros for sponsoring today's live stream. Today's video is brought to you by CryptoMinerBros.com, a leading cryptocurrency mining hardware vendor / distributor, bringing you the latest offerings from Ice River, Bitmain, Gold Shell, Miner, and much more from all the various manufacturers. And while they are headquartered in Hong Kong, they have mining distribution centers here in North America that can actually save you money on import duties, trusted by a number of different brands or companies in the industry. They also have a great following on social media, and if you follow them, you might get an update on whatever the latest offering is on hardware that comes out, as well as competitive pricing in the industry. If you're interested to learn more, click the link in the description and use coupon code SerpentX at checkout. And by supporting our sponsors, you support our channel, and we thank you very much. Now let's get